Good morning, Tennessee Valley. How are you this morning? My name is Matthew Talbert. Matt Ryerson is out this week.
Yet again.
Yet again.
Horrible.
So instead, and probably making the show a whole lot better, we have the lovely Sarah Anderson.
Thank you, Matt.
As my co-host this morning. And Sarah, how are you?
I'm doing really well. It's a good Tuesday morning.
Yeah?
Pretty early, but
A little
good to
bit.
be here again.
A
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
know that's hard for me.
It's hard for a lot of us,
Yeah.
actually.
Mornings aren't my thing. So.
Yeah, so we are here this morning. We have a great guest. You've seen her before. Rochelle Mayberry is going to be on, but she's going to be talking about something different than she talked about on Friday. Rob and Ryan, they stole our guest. Okay, they stole our guest, and I'm none too pleased about it. I saw Ryan on Friday. And I let him know just how I felt. Actually, I did not. I didn't do that.
I was about to say, he's very angry about it, obviously.
Totally. Actually, I think Ryan would probably beat me up. And so I don't want to have anything to... I love you, Ryan. I am sorry for that. No, but we do have...
Ryan is the new president of the Cleveland Media Association.
Really?
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, I'm a member of CMA, and he actually was sworn in at our last meeting because the recent... president that was elected actually is moving, so he, as president-elect,
moved up.
Yeah, congratulations, Ryan.
Yeah, I don't care. But we do have Rochelle on, and we're really excited to have her on. She'll be on in a little bit later. But so Sarah, what was your weekend like? What'd you do this weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. Saturday, I actually was in a short film at Lee University from a couple of my friends filmed. Yeah.
A short film.
Yes, a short film. So
this is like
it is a film. But it is short. They're usually just a few scenes.
I appreciate that.
I thought you would.
I have a hard time with the
glad
vernacular.
I could help you out.
But so it's a short film, which means you were acting. It wasn't
I was acting. Yeah.
You're an actress.
Oh yes, I'm a professional.
See, this is something we did not know here.
No.
There's a reason why she's so good in front of the camera, and the reason also why she is our entertainment correspondent is because she's in the business.
Mm-hmm. It's a secret hobby of mine.
A secret, well, not secret anymore.
I don't want it to get out.
You just told all of Bradley County.
I don't want Bradley County knowing my secrets.
It's too late. It's too late. What was this short film about? What is this?
Well, it was written by one of my friends, Dave, who was friends with the people that ended up actually producing it, or in the process of producing it, rather. And it's interesting. It's actually the second chance that I've had during my illustrious acting career to get to slap a member of the clergy.
No, well, all right.
But that's all I'll say.
No, you don't need to say more than that.
No, well, I was in Director's Showcase when I was at Lee, which is the directing class. Every theater major has to take directing class and direct a short, like a one act play. And I got to slap a priest in that, and so I slapped a nun in this weekend.
Oh, yeah. All right. That's not really good for our Catholic viewers.
I'm sorry.
That's a little inappropriate.
It was highly motivated. Actually. I mean, I had a child, and they were being very, very offensive.
So it was a bad person. It's not someone who
lives
up
it wasn't
to
like
the principles of the Catholic Church.
It wasn't what a nun should be.
Oh, I see. So it was a bad person.
A bad nun.
Dressed like a nun.
Yes, a bad person who just happened to be dressed like a nun.
So now, how long is a short film? I mean, is it like, how short is short? Like 30 minutes?
No, short films can range. I mean, that's not necessary. Some are 30 seconds. It's a little clip. Some are several minutes. So it's just like
you slapping a nun, and that's the film.
Yes, that would be what
30 seconds?
Yeah.
No, seriously, how long was it?
It will be several minutes, but it won't. I mean, it's not very long.
Okay.
It's only 2 scenes.
Okay. Actually, I have a friend who actually filmed a short film also, but she was not doing it as part of her education. She was doing it just because she wanted to film a short film.
That's cool.
And I was in it. I was not the main character, but I was in it, but I didn't do a good acting job.
I doubt that.
I was like the best friend of the main character, and it was supposed to be like a 9-minute film, and I don't even think she ever got it done. So
she started production on a short film, but it actually didn't get
finished.
Oh,
she didn't get to make it. I think she had editing problems and
there's a lot. It's crazy what goes in, everything that goes into it. I mean, just the actual shooting of it itself is such a small portion.
Yeah.
I mean, in this case, there won't be a whole lot of post-production work, but I mean, you film I was there from 10 to 5 on Saturday, and then they'll do more editing after and all that,
So no, I do have a friend who filmed a short film. It was a comedy about a guy who discovers his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, and he's a big muscular guy, but this guy's skinny, and so he decides to go out and try to be big and muscular, and like take on this like supplements and all this other stuff, and then in the end he ends up like confusing her and like making her mad, but in the end she loves him, and he realizes that, so he has to chase after her in order to get her, and then she says yes, and they kiss, and that's, you know.
Aww.
And but that was my friend. My friend wrote and directed the film. It was and acted in it a little bit too. But yeah, it was.
It's actually a really neat premise. I mean, I like it.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I wasn't in that one.
He should like expand that and pitch it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But
So it's
because
not that good.
because yeah, well, you know. I'm not an actor. I would love to be one. So if anybody's got a film out there they would like to put me in, if you need a really big man, just let me know, and I'll do my best to fit in that. But that's fantastic. I didn't know you were an actress.
I mean, it's not. I'm not. I wouldn't use that term, but I do enjoy it a lot. Actually, it was fun, and it was a good, you know.
Our very
great
own
project.
actress here in studio,
Yes, I'm famous.
everyone, Sarah Anderson. I didn't do much this weekend because it was raining all weekend long for the most part.
So, did you watch any movies or? Oh, I did see I saw The Descendants finally.
Oh,
We'll talk about that more.
Oh yeah,
in a minute.
I would think yeah. No, I didn't see any good movies or anything. I did nothing. Absolutely.
Literally.
Nothing.
Did you read any books?
No, did not.
This is tragic.
I did nothing. Did nothing. But you know what yesterday was?
Sunday.
No. Yesterday
Monday.
was President's Day.
It was President's Day.
And that's here in America. But you know what it is in Canada?
What?
Family Day.
Family Day?
Yes, it's Family Day
Is that
in
what
Canada.
I mean, is it what it sounds like?
I guess it's as cheesy as it sounds.
So everyone goes home, they have the day off?
And they spend time with their families. And you know they
That is-
don't. You know they don't spend time with their
cynic.
families.
Really?
No, they take some
okay.
time. No.
I just heard Jennifer back there saying, yes, we do. So
well,
really
maybe
insulting the
she
Canadians.
does.
I hope we don't have any Canadian listeners.
I
wish we did.
That's
but
all right. They
you
speak
were-
a different
you were
language, so they
offending
don't
them.
know anyway. It's like some jabber jabber language from
He knows
the
so
islands or
much
something.
about-
The point is it was Family Day yesterday.
The island.
And they take the day off, just like a lot of us do. Well, actually, not many of us take President's Day off. Just the banks.
President's
The banks
Day.
basically take President's.
And the
the
post
only
office.
people in America that cares about the presidents, post office and banks.
Do you
That's
want to
really
know who
it.
had President's Day off?
Who?
Do you want to know why?
Because you were celebrating. You were in a film over the weekend.
That's what it was, yes. I just wanted to go out and celebrate. No, AmeriCorvistas technically follow
Oh, the federal holidays and
but
stuff.
it really, I mean, that's one that's up to the actual office, your posting itself.
That's
to
right, because
decide.
you're an AmeriCorvista.
Yes, and my boss is awesome and loves holidays and presidents.
Rochelle Mayberry's
Exactly.
AmeriCorvista,
Yes,
so that's
she
what we're
is.
talking about AmeriCorvista today. Well, that's fantastic. Well, so yesterday was Family Day in Canada, as if anybody out there really cares.
It sounds
I'm
a
just
lot
saying.
cooler than President's Day, though. You have to admit it.
I
do we
do
honor
think
our
that
presidents on President's Day?
Yeah, who cares about presidents?
Google had a cool, meme up, but other than that,
we care more about
Or the doodle,
our
whatever they call
families
it.
than presidents. So in that way, I guess I could give props
I
to
think the idea of it is
Canada.
beautiful. Thank you, Canada.
Canada. Yeah. Aren't they a monarchy? Don't they serve the Queen or something?
No.
I bet on their money. I bet on their money. It says "In Queen We Trust."
I bet it
I
does.
think we should talk to Jennifer and ask her if it says "In the
I think
Queen
we just need to
Trust."
have Jennifer on sometime
We
to come and
should.
talk about
We should.
Canada and defend her nation.
All right, this is falling into chaos.
Chaos.
Let's take a look at our local weather and see what we have coming up today and this next week. It's been way too warm. I
For a
hate the
long
warmth.
time, yeah. Well, we
I
had
don't
a
like
good,
the warmth.
reasonably chilly weekend. That was
Today is a 59. That's disgusting.
That is
Today is
very
a
high.
59. And lows 39. And tomorrow there's another chance of rain. 63
good.
for the high.
Higher?
And it's going to
Why?
be even warmer on Thursday. This is ridiculous.
Y'all, this is
just absolutely
it's,
ridiculous.
What, the last week of February? What is going on?
I know.
Or the
It's
second
still
last?
it's still
Yeah,
winter.
it's
We
crazy.
had some cold days over the weekend, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, I did like
I think
that.
Saturday
Anytime
and
I can wear
Sunday
my
were both
Pico.
kind of cold.
Love it.
But then yesterday started out cold, but then it warmed up, and so today 59, and yeah. So most of you out there, you love the weather, and it's great weather. Little chance of rain, but you'll probably feel okay with all of that. I, of course, as you already know, I don't like the warm weather. I want it to be cold.
I just want it to be seasonal. I want the season the temperature to reflect the season that it is.
That's a good point.
I love warm weather in the summer.
That's a good point.
Or maybe the beginning of May.
Man, we were really negative today. Both of us are really negative.
Well, yes, we need to fix that. We need an attitude adjustment.
And I have one thing that I would like to say to all you viewers. Last week, I was pretty down on Valentine's Day.
Yes, he was.
And I'm still down on Valentine's Day. I still don't like it. And when we get to the things that matter later, you're going to see some reasons why I'm down on Valentine's Day. But it may have come across that I don't do things for my wife and I don't show my wife that I love her. And I just want to apologize to my wife, baby, I love you. And also let you all know that no, we didn't do anything special that day. However, we are going away in a couple of weeks.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're going to go out of town and just us and not take the kid and leave the kid at home and the whole thing. So we actually are doing something, planning something like that. But I want you all, I'm happily married. Everything's good. Okay. All right, well, when we get back, we're going to hear more about the Descendants and any other kind of entertainment that is coming up. And then also after that, Rochelle Mayberry and AmeriCorps Vista. So stick around.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jackson. Join me every Wednesday night at 6:30 and midnight where we will highlight local sports, chat with coaches, and discover new tips every week. Only on In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson.
Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open in Cleveland. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment, clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, migraine headaches, even sprains and injuries. It is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level, providing an array of health benefits. So whether you're dealing with a weekend sports injury, chronic condition, or looking for anti-aging, you owe it to yourself to explore what Hyperbaric Services can do for you.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Good morning and welcome back to Tennessee Valley. Your host today, Matt Tolbert, co-host Sarah Anderson, and we have been very negative this morning and kind of downing on people and cultures and Canada and
I
things
supported
like
the
that.
Canada thing. I don't know about you.
Yeah, that's true. That you
Family
did
Day!
support
It
that.
sounds awesome.
And I haven't said a mean word about Ryerson yet this morning.
That's true.
I know, but this is just the second segment.
there's
so
plenty
we
of
have
time,
plenty
Matt.
of
Don't worry
time
about it.
to go after that.
Matt.
But do you have something good that happened this weekend?
I do have something good. Well, it's
entertainment.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Well, we had. Okay, I don't know how many of you remember this. Elizabeth Smart. She was abducted in 2002 or kidnapped, which is, I guess, the same.
Yes.
Yeah. She was kidnapped in 2002 in Salt Lake City, and was held captive for 9 months and then released. And there was
Okay.
this
Oh,
huge
yeah,
big
yeah,
thing
yeah.
about
Elizabeth Smart.
Elizabeth
Okay,
Smart,
yeah. All right.
She actually last summer got hired by ABC News to be like a correspondent on
Really?
cases of abduction or missing persons missing persons cases.
Missing persons?
Yes.
So she has actually taken this kidnapping and spun it into a career.
Okay, that's cynical.
But that's what she's done.
I don't know if that was necessarily her intention. It's become that. I mean, you're an expert when
I
you go
didn't say
through
she
something.
staged the kidnapping in order to get on
Anyway,
to,
so
what is it,
that
ABC
happened,
News?
but,
Is that what
yeah.
you said? Okay.
But the news is that she got married this weekend.
Oh,
so
that's
a big,
fabulous.
yeah, she's 24, so
24?
which I didn't know she was the same age as me. Yeah, she's 24 and she got
So
married.
she was abducted. How old was she when she was abducted?
She was 10, 9. I think she was 9 when she was actually abducted.
But that was in 2002?
No, that wouldn't make sense.
No, it wouldn't make sense at all.
14. I'm sorry, I
14.
lied. Math this morning. I don't know why 9 was in my head.
So she was 14. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So now she has parlayed that into a career on ABC News, but now she
She
got
got married.
That's
so that's the exciting
important.
thing.
That's good.
But it's interesting. They've been dating for a year. They actually got engaged just a month ago, and were going to wed this summer, and moved up their wedding. I don't know why, but just wanted to. So they got married.
Just in case she
They
got
planned
kidnapped
within a few
again,
days.
they wanted to make sure to get it done.
Okay, moving on.
No, wait a minute. Now, here's something that, let me ask you this question, and I'm not being cynical. This is an honest question. Why is she in the entertainment segment?
Well, because she's now considered a celebrity, which is something, I mean, that's not necessarily a positive outcome.
She's a celebrity because she was
kidnapped.
abducted.
She was abducted as a child and actually survived.
And now
it.
she's a celebrity.
So there's this whole process of she's become a face and a name that most people, when you say Elizabeth Smart, at least remember.
I have a lot of things I could say about that.
Do you remember John Bonet?
Oh, yes. John Benet Ramsey? Yeah.
See, people remember that.
Little
and that
beauty
was,
queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth
she
Smart
never
is
was found.
taking her, she took her circumstance and is doing something positive and helpful
That's
for other
That's
people.
true. I got to give her credit for that.
I mean, it's respectful.
That's
yeah,
true.
Respectful.
That's true. All right. Sounds good.
It's been impressive the way that she has flourished under that, the public eye and the scrutiny. So.
Way to go, Elizabeth.
Yeah, good job. Whitney was laid to rest this weekend.
Right, her funeral.
And
this weekend.
people, Alicia Keys, Stevie Wonder, some excellent tributes.
Now, what
done.
happened to whole Bobby Brown? I heard Bobby Brown got kicked out or something.
Well, what happened, supposedly, was the family kept moving his seating, and he wasn't allowed to see his daughter or something like that. Yeah, so he claims.
Oh.
So he left as to not cause a scene. He stayed for a little while and then left.
Because he was going to cause a scene.
He would have caused a scene, yeah.
And now you were at the funeral, of
course
course,
I was,
because
yeah.
you're a guest of the family. It was in
know all of
Atlanta,
them.
right?
Yeah.
So
and they actually, it was beautiful. They called it the going home.
Right.
So, or the home.
In
going,
between,
I've
when
seen
you
it
were
both.
getting your film done, you'd go over to the
Just hopping down to the funeral.
Hopping down the.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And now I heard there are a lot of people singing, and it was at her church where she
Yeah.
grew up and stuff like
It was
that.
a really emotional, good.
Now Kevin Costner.
Yes, he spoke, and he made reference to their time filming The Bodyguard together.
Right.
And
now, that's something I did watch The Bodyguard this week.
oh, that's huge news.
I watched
I'm
The
glad
Bodyguard.
that
I've
came
seen
out
it
good.
before, of course.
Okay, see, I haven't seen that.
You've
or
never seen The
Preacher's Wife. Was
Bodyguard?
that the other one she was? Yeah, I need to. Maybe
Bodyguard's
is that
a
on
great
Netflix?
movie. Probably.
I'll try and find it. Today.
Probably.
We'll see. It might happen.
Bodyguard's
Put
a
it on the
great
list.
movie. I mean, she was good in that
Yeah.
movie. She was good in that movie.
I mean, she got acclaim for anything that, basically whatever Whitney touched,
Turned to gold.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Then I thought it might sound like a drug reference.
Yeah, or cocaine.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nice. Good one.
Okay, so to wrap up.
But what he talked about The Bodyguard and everything else.
Yeah. And how they went to, like, they talked when they were filming about their time growing up in church together and how that affected who they were a lot. Because, of course, anytime a celebrity dies, kind of their faith comes to light. And, of course, Whitney was had been known to speak of being a Christian, to have a belief in God. So it's interesting to see how that plays out. And that because normally faith isn't something celebrities bring up, it's not a hot topic to talk about.
I mean, they always thank God when they win an award.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to thank God, my family, my parents, my mom.
But, and I think that's to some extent, I think it's becoming more and more like celebrities can talk about God more. And even though they may have a public life that is very, it just looks crazy and like they do a lot of crazy things. And then everybody knows she had a long a history of drug problems and
it's not
stuff.
a
And
secret,
addiction
yeah.
does not pick just people who are not Christians. Addiction picks everybody. And so
Look at you! Look what's coming out right now.
I know.
For
I'm
his
just
book
saying
awareness.
it does.
No,
I've done a lot of work with addiction, and so it picks anybody. Anybody and everybody can be addicted, whether it be alcohol or drugs or whatever. And so I think we should give her a little bit of a break. Sure, she should have made better choices, but at the same time, when you're caught in this, it's a disease.
Yeah.
And when you're caught in it, it's so difficult to make those choices and to avoid it and to overcome it. And it sounds like, and we don't know the results of why she died, but it sounds like she finally succumbed to the disease, which is horrible. But we can be happy about the life that she did live and what she brought to
Definitely.
us. So
That was well worded.
I'm just saying. What else you got?
Well, speaking of thanking God when winning awards and whatnot, we know what next Sunday is, or at least
The
I hope
Academy
we do.
Awards.
Yes, next Sunday evening.
And we have a special movie expert coming on the show next week. Friend of yours, right?
Actually, we won't be having the special movie.
And we
Yeah, she
won't
had
be
to
doing
cancel.
that. But you're going to get information from her
Yes,
and bring it.
Yes, and I have
to the show
another
next
friend
week.
who lives out in LA, and we'll be discussing it.
So you're
while
going to
the
have
Oscars
like
are
you're going to
happening.
have like you're not
Yeah,
going to be at
it's gonna
the
be-
award show is the point.
Well, I can't make it, unfortunately.
Right. You have something else.
Yeah.
You're probably filming for
Yeah,
another
it'll be
short
really
film that
busy.
you're going to be doing. Yeah. But we are going to have a special entertainment segment.
Yes,
of
we
the
will.
Academy
It'll be
Awards next
fully
week.
focused on the awesomeness that hopefully was. I mean, Billy Crystal hosting, so
And you can't go wrong
we will
with
see.
Billy.
Yeah, I mean, classic. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, do you remember James Franco and Anne Hathaway? They were trying to appeal to a younger
Right.
audience, and it kind of
It
had
really
a lot of stale
bombed.
moments. Yeah,
Really
it did.
bombed. Now,
it did do that.
And like there was one scene where like she was trying to get Hugh Jackman up on stage with her, like he'd done the year before, and it just looked sad.
Yeah, there was
I like
some
Anne
really-
Hathaway too.
I do too.
You know,
It just wasn't
looks-
there. It wasn't either of their best moments. So, but yeah, we're hoping Sunday will be excellent. A great evening had by all. I'm just going to give a few of my
Picks?
predictions. Yes.
Which is right now. You have to do that right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's hear it. You saw The Descendants, so I'm sure it's in
I
there
did.
somewhere.
Oh yes, and I did see The Descendants, and I think. Well, we'll get there. Yeah, Best Picture, The Artist, which I'm going
Really?
to see later in the week, and I will hopefully agree with my prediction.
Okay, so
pre-seeing
you don't
it.
even know. You've
I'm
not even
sure.
seen the
Yeah,
movie.
No, I haven't seen it, but everyone is saying it will be The
So
Artist. which
it's
we'll
a
see.
prediction that the artist will probably win. Now,
I-
has the artist won a Best Picture in any of the other award ceremonies?
Now I cannot remember honestly.
No, I don't think
and
it
it
did.
was
I don't think it did. I think The Descendants won for the Golden Globe, didn't it?
yes. But I
And
can't
then
remember who won
in
for
the
Screen
Screen Actors
Actors
Guild,
Guild.
I think was The Help.
You were quite correct because I was so excited about that.
Yeah. So the artist, if it is,
This has
it'll
been
come out of
said
nowhere.
for months, but it will. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see next week.
I'm
may
going
not
to
be.
I'm
Who do you
going to
say?
predict The Descendants.
You
Now
do
I've not
think The
seen the
Descendants.
movie,
It
but
was-
just based on everything else, that I'm going to predict The Descendants.
It was
It's one of
really good.
those-
It's just kind of based off of past Oscar history and the suggestions of several people I've talked to and
You
what
think
people
it's
have
The
predicted.
Artist?
I think it'll be The Artist, but if
So
it's,
we're at
I think
odds
kind
here.
of The Descendants.
We're going to have
Yeah.
a throwdown next week. If I win,
Fighting.
we got to do some sort of some sort of bet. If I win, then you got to do something. Or if
Oh
you
gosh.
win, then I gotta
Okay,
do
we'll
something.
figure that out in a couple minutes.
All right.
'cause I
What,
can't-
all right. What other like best actor?
Yeah, the best actor in a leading role, Clooney. So that's.
So you think Clooney's gonna beat the artist guy?
Yeah,
'Cause the
but
artist guy
Sean
won.
might win it, so I don't know.
The artist guy won.
I think they will give
Golden
something.
Globe.
This is what I'm thinking. The Descendants will get some sort of recognition. It will be either Best Picture or Best Leading.
What about best director? Maybe best director.
It could be Best Director. That one's kind of.
Probably the artist for best director. What about best actress?
Best Actress, Meryl.
You're gonna go Meryl
I'm going
Streep.
Meryl because I know she lost out recently.
Yeah?
But I do think
Did she win the Golden Globe?
yes, but then
Okay,
she
but
lost.
she lost the Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah.
They gave it to what's her name from The Help.
To Viola Davis.
Yeah, Viola Davis from The
which
Help.
I was super excited about because
It's gonna be
I
the
think she
major
deserved it.
competition there.
Well, and this is what it's frustrating because I really wish Michelle Williams from
Marilyn.
My Week with Marilyn totally deserving of it. That
Really?
movie, I mean, phenomenal. But it's Meryl Streep, and
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I got it.
So we'll see though. Maybe I'll be wrong. Best actor in a supporting role, Christopher Plummer rather. I haven't.
The guy from Sound of Music?
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal. I mean, he's an incredible actor.
He is 98 years old. And he's still making movies?
Still making movies.
That's awesome.
And I actually haven't seen Beginners, but apparently his performance was phenomenal in it.
Cool.
So.
What about actress? Supporting actress?
Oh, sorry, Octavia Spencer from The Help.
From The Help.
Yeah, they have to give it something. So I do think
it'll be that.
I think it'll be that.
Okay.
And Octavia Spencer is phenomenal.
Whoa! I look forward to the Academy Awards this weekend. I look forward to our bet. We got to make a bet before this day is over.
Don't worry.
We got to make a bet, and we got to talk about that. And I look forward to that. We're going to take a break. Come right back and with Rochelle Mayberry and AmeriCorps Vista here in town. And so we'll see you right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jackson. Join me every Wednesday night at 6:30 and midnight where we will highlight local sports, chat with coaches, and discover new tips every week. Only on In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gupta, and I'd like to introduce you to a valuable new healthcare solution here in Cleveland. Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open and accepting patients. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even sports injuries and sprains. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level in the body. This increased oxygen level in our tissues and organs boosts the body's natural healing abilities and allows our bodies to function at a higher level. We will be happy to work in cooperation with your regular physician. However, referral is not required for this treatment. So whether you're dealing with a weekend injury, a chronic medical condition, or looking for anti-aging solutions, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric oxygen treatment can do for you or your loved ones. I invite you to contact us today for some more information.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
And there we are. All right, hello everyone. We've just been chatting, and we have with us this morning Rochelle Mayberry. Thank you so much, Rochelle, for being here. You will recognize her from Rob and Ryan's show.
Yeah,
I'm
all over around town as well.
You're just everywhere.
Very involved.
Everywhere. If you go to Lee University, if you're ever on Lee University, they have a picture of her right in the front of campus. That no, that's not.
And the religion building in the back of my head is on one of the pictures.
That's fantastic.
I'm in the science building.
That's fantastic.
With some Omega picture in it.
I would say the front of your head is a lot better than the back of your head.
Well, that's sweet of you to say.
You do have very pretty hair, though.
Oh, thanks.
Now, Rochelle is an AmeriCorps Vista, and incidentally, so is Sarah.
It's true.
They are AmeriCorps Vistas. Now, you may be wondering, what is an AmeriCorps Vista? Actually, I'm wondering the same thing. So, Rochelle, could you tell me, what is an AmeriCorps Vista?
Yeah, well, it can mean a lot of different things, but VISTA stands for Volunteer in Service to America. So we're all over the country, primarily working with other partners like nonprofits or universities like I'm working with. And we do all kinds of different things. You've got, well, you were mentioning the Peace Corps. I don't know if...
Yeah, the Peace Corps is going overseas to provide peace, I guess.
Well, yeah, they provide water.
They provide services to other
to different nations,
third world countries and things like that,
right.
and provide service to those nations. And so I figured AmeriCorps is providing those services for America.
Yeah, it's kind of like the domestic version of the Peace Corps.
And the two focuses of VISTA, which is what I love specifically about the VISTA program, it's capacity building and sustainability,
right?
Which I think both of us really are invested in those.
Yeah. Okay,
causes.
you just used
big
two
words,
really
I know.
big words. Capacity building.
Yeah.
What is capacity building?
Let me simplify it a little bit because there's different types of things within AmeriCorps. There's AmeriCorps members and AmeriCorps Vistas.
And CCC.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different stuff. But for me, one of the easiest ways to distinguish the two between like just AmeriCorps members is like when we had the recent tornadoes. The AmeriCorps members were the ones that came and they were in the yards, they were cleaning up.
They were falling trees.
They were doing the direct service, helping people.
Okay.
AmeriCorps Vistas, like us, would be the ones that were recruiting the volunteers, that were putting in systems.
Scheduling things.
Okay, so you're more, you kind of organize these types of activities. That's part of your role.
Trying to build capacity to make change or to make a better difference.
Meaning to build capacity is to find more people to be involved.
It can be people, it can be resources, it can be programming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's like with CASA and the recent gala, that's both capacity building and sustainability.
Now explain sustainability a little bit too.
I mean, we're working with an organization and your time is just 1 year of service. But the goal is that when you leave, that organization has grown and been made more solid so that when you leave, it can continue.
Now, see, I'm familiar with grant work. I've done a lot of work with federal grants.
Yep.
And what federal grants do is they give you money initially that provides you the opportunity to kind of do a work, and then, but the goal is for you to sustain that work after the money's all gone.
Right.
Now, not all nonprofits do a lot of that grant work, and not all of them are able to sustain it after the grant, so they just go out and find more grant money. But the ideal situation is to take that grant money as seed money to start something that you can then continue after the grant money is gone. And so it sounds like that's what you guys, part of your job.
We are kind of human grants.
You're human grants.
Yeah, I've never really thought about it like that. But it's a loan kind of from the government. It's saying, I mean, you don't have to repay it, but it's saying, here, we're giving you this gift of this person for a year who can come and do whatever it is you need, as long as it falls within these certain parameters.
So the federal government picks up your tab.
Yes.
So there's actually, the federal government actually does something good, is what you're saying.
The federal government does do something good.
Because they provide people like you to help out a community like ours.
Yeah. And it's not, I mean, we're not paid, it's considered a stipend. We're not paid any sort of illustrious, I know.
Living stipend.
Yes.
Now,
so you can live.
It's the same for everybody, right?
It's based on where you are, like what the level of poverty is considered in your area.
Doesn't sound like it's a whole lot.
I mean, it's a service to the community. So
that's why the V in the VISTA, the volunteers.
The volunteers.
It is supposed to be
enough for you to live so that you can spend that year.
So if you see Sarah and Rochelle out, like at a restaurant or something, and you want to pick up their bill, it's probably not a bad idea.
I do love it when people feed me.
Because the federal government does not pay well. I would not think, without getting into the details. Yeah.
But we took the job. I mean, that's something that we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So.
Now, is it just like, it's just a year-long assignment? Is that what it is?
But
you can do up to 3 years. So I'm actually in my second year right now.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're at you're at the university in the Leonard Center.
I am.
Which is, what is the Leonard Center again?
It's basically the service learning office for Lee, all this community service.
And so you are trying to, what is your role there at the Leonard Center?
Yeah, it varies. Right now, our big push is working with faculty to promote service learning in their classes. I'm actually a VISTA under the umbrella of Tennessee Campus Compact.
Right.
And what they do is network all the universities to promote service learning on campuses. So.
Yeah, because we've had one at Cleveland State.
Okay, yeah.
Before we've had,
I think
we had 2 or 3 years.
Yep.
And we had 2 or 3 different ones. Mm-hmm. And I think we're done now because we actually got a federal grant to actually help us with our service learning.
Yeah.
So so it sounds like that's what you kind of do too. Is the same idea. Okay.
Yep, pretty much.
Cool.
So.
Very cool.
It varies, but.
So what is the history? Where did AmeriCorps? How did it start? Do you guys know this, or do you not even care to know this stuff?
I do care to know it. I have a binder in my desk that actually has
That has all the information.
Yeah.
I don't have it memorized.
How long has it been around?
Should've
Do you
bought
know
it.
how long
Since
it's
I
been around?
believe, was it the 60s?
The 60s, okay.
This is horrible.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe
may
I
have
should
been the
not ask them
70s.
questions.
Challenging. Well, I mean, it came out of
I'm
the
not a history
same,
person, sorry.
the same idea that like that Kennedy had with the Peace Corps, that same concept, except here. So localizing.
And it's evolved for sure.
Yeah, it's
so
definitely very different than it when it
used to be.
first.
Well, let me ask you this, Rochelle. What made you choose to be in America Vista? Why did you go into this?
Yeah, well, I think for me, it was particularly special because I get to do it at my alma mater. So I went to Lee, believed in service while I was at Lee, was taught a lot by a lot of great mentors. And so to be able to then give back to that effort as my job was a huge deal.
Now you say you believe in service. What do you believe? What about service do you believe in? I mean, what is that?
Well, I think for me, it goes definitely down into my spiritual calling or whatever. But I think even just as a citizen, I think we're supposed to give to those around us. I mean, it just makes I'm gonna sound all cheesy, but like it just makes for a better world when we're just nice to each other.
That is cheesy, but it's so
true. But it's true.
It's so true.
So yeah, I feel so lucky that my job is to be able to give to other people. I mean, that's what I get to do. So yeah, cheesy,
Very cool.
but good.
Well, and I love the idea. I love the idea behind it. No, the cheese is fantastic. I
I
love the
know.
idea that you are implementing change, and we have the ability
Force of
to
change.
we have the ability to make a big impact on the community that you're serving in. And I came back to Cleveland after leaving to work with Casa and Suzanne. As a Vista, having known in college, the last 2 years of college, I really wanted to do something with AmeriCorps just because I knew a little about it. I wanted to do a year of service, but I didn't know. I mean, it ended up happening a year later than I thought it would, and I wasn't expecting it. But it feels good to be here and be able to give back in this community that fostered me for 4 years while I was at school.
Sure.
It's very different getting to be here as a citizen of Cleveland instead of just a student at Lee.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a different situation. And for me, my family is only an hour and a half away. So East Tennessee is home for me.
Yeah, sure.
So it's been an awesome, I'm 6 months into my first year.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm right at the halfway mark.
Right.
You're a Vista
So we'll
baby.
see. I am a Vista baby.
A Vista baby.
I don't know.
She's on her second year. She's a snob.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
I just try to be funny. I'm not.
You are.
You're not funny or you're not a snob?
She's not a snob.
Or either one?
Either
I won't make a
one.
statement about her
Oh,
humor.
you're funny. You're funny. I was about to ask a question.
Sorry, and then I got really-
the idea of service. This is really kind of cool because a lot of people go into public service, which is oftentimes we think public service is government.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing. But this is in a different way. This is saying, you know what, I'm not a government. I am a servant.
Yeah.
And I'm here to just kind of help improve and make our community better. And now does it require you to have a degree in order to be a Vista? Like a 4-year degree or anything like that?
For some reason, I keep thinking you have to have some sort of college degree, but I don't think that's true. I think you
I
just
don't
have
know that to be true, but
Just have to be 18 years old and
Yeah, I
have a
think
mind for
it's
service?
age.
Because I know that the president issued something that anybody who does a certain number of service hours in a year
You
would
can
get
get
tuition reimbursement or
It's
tuition
over up
covered.
here. I can't remember the service thing, but I do remember hearing about it.
But it
that
might be
it's over
beneficial
a-
for those college students who are, having to pay for college right now. Maybe say, you know what, I'm going to go put a year of service in.
It's definitely a good
as an Americorps
incentive,
Vista,
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I might be able to get some of my tuition covered in the coming years after that if I decide
Yeah.
to do whatever.
And I think for both of us, it was a great step after college too, because you get some experience and you get to do things that you love. But it was definitely great. And for us, I think it was different because we're doing it in a place that we're familiar with. But a lot of Vistas
yeah.
will go and travel to some other state and just kind of for an adventure too.
Sure.
So for us, it wasn't maybe necessarily so
It
much
was
the adventure
yeah.
part of it, but for a lot of people, it is. It's just kind of a stepping stone after whatever was before. So
I mean,
Very cool.
it's definitely different. I have, like Rochelle said, I have a friend that I met at PSO, which is pre-service orientation that you go to.
We have our own
Ours
language.
are in, yeah. And did you did Atlanta, right?
I did.
Yeah. The closest one is in Atlanta. So most vistas from Tennessee go to, then Tennessee, I think North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, go to Atlanta for the PSO. And I met some good friends there, and one of them lives in Connecticut, and she's from Colorado. So it's a crazy, but she's serving in Connecticut with a Habitat affiliate there.
Very cool.
Which is Habitat for Humanity uses the heck out of vistas. Like they have so many around the country. So they do their own summit type thing where they all get together, which I wish we did. I wish we saw each other again outside of PSO. It'd be really cool, but
wow.
Neat things.
See, you watch this show and you learn something that actually means something. I'm not saying that this is the thing that only matters, because the things that matter are coming up here in a minute. But Rochelle, thank you so much for coming on and teaching us.
Thanks for having me.
Our AmeriCorps Vista, and Sarah, our Vista baby. And we will be right back with the only things that matter right after this.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
I'm Byron Winters with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Contact me for all of your business insurance needs. From general liability to workers' comp, commercial auto, and business umbrellas, Landmark Insurance has you covered.
Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open in Cleveland. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is incredible treatment, clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, migraine headaches, even sprains and injuries. It is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level, providing an array of health benefits. So whether you're dealing with a weekend sports injury, chronic condition, or looking for anti-aging, you owe it to yourself to explore what Hyperbaric Services can do for you.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jackson. Join me every Wednesday night at 6:30 and midnight, where we will highlight local sports, chat with coaches, and discover new tips every week. Only on In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson.
Good morning. Welcome back to here to Tennessee Valley. My name is Matt, and these are the things that matter. With yesterday being President's Day, let's take a moment to appreciate all of our presidential candidates. Specifically, the 300 lesser-known Americans who have registered with the Federal Election Commission to run for the highest office in the land. So we see 4 Republicans on the docket that we see, in the race, and they're getting voted for.
It just feels like 300.
No. It's actually there are 300 people who have actually done that. One of which is a man of some fame.
Really?
The Naked Cowboy.
The one in New York City?
The New York City Naked Cowboy. Times Square fame in New York City. He appears in little more than boots, a cowboy hat, and underwear. Never boxers, always briefs.
He's classy.
He is actually saddling, did you hear that? Oh. For a White House run. He a Naked Cowboy. He always has a cowboy hat and the briefs on and the boots, and he plays guitar in Times Square.
That seems patriotic to me.
It's interesting. He actually is serious about it. Oh. My campaign is a refutation of Obama's direction and a political statement. It's also a willingness to represent a different opinion. Very, very different opinion.
I would say so.
I think his main platform is he wants everyone to be naked.
I was about to say, does he stand for anything other than standing in the cold with a guitar?
It's nakedness. I think
Nudity.
Yeah.
He's all about it.
That's what he's all about.
It. And music.
He's
Naked
refuting
music.
Obama's direction of wearing clothes all the time. He would rather.
He's anti-Obama's clothing.
He's anti-clothing, and Obama wears clothes all the time.
That's horrific of him.
And so, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. President's Day. Who'd have thought? New Zealand. Excuse me, not New Zealand. Northern Zealand, which is in Denmark, actually, is a town in Denmark, and the police spokesman Finn Bernth Anderson says that burglars caught red-handed in the district will be asked to participate in an anonymous questionnaire about their profession. The region, which has been seen a 60% annual surge in break-ins, will ask robbers questions about their typical targets, their motives, and the disposal methods for stolen goods. This is a great way.
Quizzing the robbers. Yeah, I mean,
this is a great way. The one word I had a problem with in that story is the word profession.
Yeah.
So they're a burglar.
They're employed.
They're employed.
Burglars.
Is there a burglars union?
Yeah, there has to be. I would assume so. There's someone is paying them something.
Yeah, I mean, if you steal these diamonds or you steal,
is that a small business? Then?
The small business owner.
Yes.
It's burglary.
I'm sure there's a credit union out there for them.
We rob for you.
I like it.
Yeah, and we rob you in particular. I don't know. But I did think that was kind of interesting. Do a little questionnaire.
That is, yeah. Well, I mean, my concern would be, I assume, do you expect honesty out of burglars?
That's a good point. I don't know.
I don't know what the.
I don't know. There's got to be some incentive.
All
right, now I got a couple of Valentine's Day stories that are just fantastic.
You know I love.
Oh yeah,
Valentine's
you're gonna love these. The first is about this website called 1-800-Flowers.com. 1-800-Flowers. It's a website as well as a phone number. A chorus of angry customers directed their ire towards 1-800-Flowers.com. It turns out that for potentially hundreds of customers, their Valentine's Day orders were left unfulfilled. And customer service is not proving to be the most helpful. Calls to their complaint line have reported resulted in 20-minute plus wait times, abrupt hang-ups, and little resolution. So if you called 1-800-Flowers.com or the 1-800-Flowers and they were supposed to deliver flowers to your honey on Valentine's Day, you may have gone without.
Oof. Do you know, I mean, flowers are expensive. Especially, they usually charge extra for Valentine's Day delivery. So did those people pay the $9 insurance fee?
They pay. I don't know. That's see.
Will be delivered on Valentine's Day.
See what I'm talking about? If you didn't pay for insurance, do you get your flowers?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
How ridiculous is that?
I wish they had better PR people or HR rather to deal with this. You know,
that's a very good point. However,
I will not be sending flowers from 1-800-Flowers.
I am just disturbed by the fact that you're going to call an 800 number to have flowers delivered. Why don't you go and get the flowers yourself? Actually put a personal touch.
What about long distance, though?
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Are you supposed to drive?
Well, then, if it's long distance, then, who cares? You're long distance. You're separate. You're apart.
So you shouldn't send flowers?
No, don't send flowers.
Oh, okay.
Valentine's Day is a time to be with the person that you love.
That is true.
If you're not with the person that you love...
Love the one you're with.
That's not what I was saying. But what I'm saying is that it's all a business. It's all commercialism.
It's commercialism, definitely. But to the individual, does it have some value?
You know what? It would have more value if I just called and say, "Hey, honey, I bought flowers for you. When you get home, you can have them." That would be nice.
Yeah.
But that's not what they were doing.
Well, I mean, I would rather someone buy me a plant anyway.
The flowers will last forever. Exactly, because flowers die.
Yeah, they do. It's sad.
See, I'm totally against buying
the
flowers anyway.
I mean, anyway.
Now, candy has a little bit more.
I mean, at least you're getting something out of it.
Because you can actually
it's enjoyable.
Exactly. See, this is why I hate Valentine's Day.
This is okay.
And the ridiculousness of Valentine's Day is in this last story. A man proposed to his girlfriend in a court in Syracuse. That's in New York.
Yes.
New York State.
You're all about
Even
New York
though
today.
she's accused of domestic violence against him.
That's interesting.
Nicole Osborne said yes to Theodore Murphy, although he had to ask her to pop the question. He had to ask her lawyer to pop the question for him because of the restraining order he has against his bride-to-be. The proceedings came to a halt in city court where Osborne was facing charges in a different assault case. And Judge Steve Doherty had to alter the order of protection that would have technically made it a crime for Osborne to respond to Murphy, who sat in the audience. After Osborne said yes with tears in her eyes, the judge resumed the hearing, setting bail for the newly engaged woman at $2,500 in the two cases against her.
Oh, wow. I mean, the orders of protection are serious. I'm glad that
I want to know,
alter it.
is this a romantic story or is this a disturbing story?
I think this is a Lifetime movie.
This is not a Lifetime movie. This is a disturbing story to me. It's not romantic. So the guy's girlfriend, commits violence against him, beats him up, or I don't know what she does. Maybe stabs him or something. So he has an order of protection against her so that she can't come near him. But he feels compelled to ask her to marry him.
Well, this is obviously a classy individual.
while in court, and she is facing charges. So she's probably going to go to jail for a little bit. And so they're going to be engaged to marry to the woman who beats him up. And he asked her in court, and the judge who's sitting there and just has to say, all right, fine. Let's give her permission to go ahead and say yes to him because technically she can't.
Yeah.
This is a man I want to take outside and beat myself. I do. I want to beat this man myself because, oh my goodness.
I'm amazed that the judge gave clearance for that. I mean, that's...
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Seriously? You're going to ask this woman who beats you up to marry you? While she's charged with...
And this was on Valentine's Day, or is this...
Unless this woman is rich, then I don't think
if she's rich, okay.
It was in the Valentine's season. I don't think it was on Valentine's Day, but it was the Valentine's season.
The season.
And he thought it was compelling to ask her to marry him during this season. I just want to slap him.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be proposed to in a courtroom.
This makes me want to commit violence.
I don't know how I feel right now.
You're a little scared right now, I know. I think I'm scaring myself. We will be right back after these messages because those are the things that matter. And we'll talk about this bet that we have, and also we will have a quick look at the weather and everything else. So be right back right after these messages.
I'm Kathy Guy with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Call us today for all your personal insurance needs. With 28 years in the insurance business, I have the solutions and pricing you are looking for. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Hello, I'm Dr. Gupta, and I'd like to introduce you to a valuable new healthcare solution here in Cleveland. Hyperbaric Services of East Tennessee is now open and accepting patients. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is an incredible treatment clinically tested for a variety of physical and neurologic conditions, including autism, multiple sclerosis, fibromyalgia, migraine headaches, chronic fatigue syndrome, and even sports injuries and sprains. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy is a simple, safe, and painless process that raises a patient's oxygen level in the body. This increased oxygen level in our tissues and organs boosts the body's natural healing abilities and allows our bodies to function at a higher level. We will be happy to work in cooperation with your regular physician. However, referral is not required for this treatment. So whether you're dealing with a weekend injury, a chronic medical condition, or looking for anti-aging solutions, you owe it to yourself to explore what hyperbaric oxygen treatment can do for you or your loved ones. I invite you to contact us today for some more information.
Hi, I'm Brittany Jackson. Join me every Wednesday night at 6:30 and midnight where we will highlight local sports, chat with coaches, and discover new tips every week. Only on In the Spotlight with Brittany Jackson.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro-laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Welcome back. We're going to take a quick look at the weather. Today is warm. It's a slight chance of rain, but there's a high of 59, low of 39. Tomorrow, a high of 63, which is fantastic. A low of 50, and I don't even want to talk about Thursday. It's just even higher than that. But this is what our week is looking like. Primarily, a little chance of rain. Some clouds, but warmer temperatures, which makes some people happy.
Some people not happy.
Not me, but other people may be happy about that. So yeah, so this bet. Now I believe the Descendants are going to win.
Sounds like a football team when you say it like that.
The best
the Descendants
picture.
will win.
The best picture. You
At the
believe
Oscars
it's
this
the
weekend.
artist that's going to win. So we have a bet.
We do. There's a bet.
Yes. If you win and I lose, then what am I going to have to do?
If you lose, you have to sing Canada's national anthem on air next week. So next Tuesday morning.
Lose, I have to sing "Oh Canada."
Yes, you do.
No, it's not Blame Canada, is it? Blame Canada?
Blame Canada? That's horrible.
That was from a movie way back when. Blame Canada. It was actually Oscar nominated.
Was it pre-1987?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
So I have to sing the Canadian national anthem on air next week if the artist wins Best Picture.
Yes, you do.
I don't even know the Canadian national anthem.
We can learn it.
It's
I bet we get Jennifer to teach
God
you.
Save the Queen. Is that what it is?
Canada.
Oh, it's Canada. Okay.
It's the name of it. So.
All right, so I have to do that.
What do I have to do though?
You have to bake me chocolate chip cookies.
Okay, I can do that.
If I win, if the Descendants wins, you bake me some chocolate chip cookies.
My oven will be glad to be used if that happens.
I will sing the
rare.
Canadian national anthem, and she
make
agreed
cookies.
to bring me food. She just didn't know what food
I didn't know what it was. So chocolate chip cookies, that's easy.
All right.
Do you have a preferred brand or anything?
No, scratch.
It has to be from scratch?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to get my mom to send me the family recipe.
There you go. Do that.
They
I want to hear the
family
Anderson
chocolate chip
family recipe.
Do you know,
chocolate chip cookies.
We actually use an oatmeal raisin cookie that was the Hillary Clinton recipe for our oatmeal cookies. They're amazing.
I don't like oatmeal raisin cookies.
Well, sorry. I can make chocolate chip
oatmeal
cookies.
chocolate chip is fine.
Yes, so good.
You can do that.
It's okay. I'll just do chocolate chip.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
That oatmeal would require having to buy oatmeal. So another thing.
Yeah.
I already have like flour and eggs.
Well, there you go. See, that'll make it easy. So actually, you're getting off easy, and I just have to sing "Oh Canada." I will say this: the best thing to come out of Canada, Jennifer James.
It's true. She's fantastic.
She is a fantastic Canadian.
We're going to do a whole Canada segment just for her sometime.
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to do that. I don't know if I want to devote that much time to a country that still believes the Queen is in charge. Seriously, Queen.
He doesn't know what he's talking about over here.
And they have 2 languages. What in the world?
Anyway,
2 languages.
It's kind of cool.
All right. Well, this has been a very disturbing episode of Tennessee Valley this morning. It's probably because Ryerson's not here. You put me in charge, and
craziness
crazy things
happens.
Yes. But I want to thank you all for being here. Sarah, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me
next
again.
week. You can't miss it, Oscars.
Oscars.
And we have a great guest who's going to be on next week. So we look forward to seeing you then. Take care. See you later.